the imbalances. Now coming to unilateral movement, तो क्या होना चाहिए राइट एंड लेफ्ट में? बिकॉज ऑफ योर साइड डोमिनेंस, अगर मैं राइटी हूँ तो आई विल बी मोर कंफर्टेबल एंड मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर ऑन राइट, दैट इज फाइन, बट वो डिफरेंस सिर्फ 19-20 का होना चाहिए. तो लिटरली योर लेफ्ट साइड एंड राइट साइड शुड बी अ कपल हु इज गोइंग ऑन देयर हनीमून. आपने देखे ना वो हनीमून पे जाते हुए कपल एकदम हैंड इन हैंड टुगेदर. तो इट शुड बी लाइक दैट, नॉट कि जिनकी शादी को ऐसे 3-4 साल हुए हैं और ऐसे वाइफ ने शॉपिंग के लिए लेके जा रही है हस्बैंड को, तो वाइफ इज गोइंग आगे आगे और वो हस्बैंड बेचारा ऐसे कि यार नहीं करना है मुझे, फिर भी पता नहीं क्यों करना पड़ रहा है. ठीक है, और जो भी शादीशुदा लोग हैं जिनकी शादी को 4-5 साल से ज़्यादा हुआ है वो चिढ़ जाएंगे. तो दिस इज जस्ट अ जोक. आई नो कि आपका भी रिलेशनशिप बहुत अभी भी रोमांटिक है और आप भी बहुत चीज़ें टुगेदर करते हो, सो दैट इज हाउ इट शुड बी. It should be very much together. So left, right, there should be lot of balance and lot of togetherness. So that's why today we are going to train each side individually. If you have any imbalance, you will get to know immediately. Starting with the workout today. For glute activation, we are going to use a new exercise. The exercise is called dirty dog. From the dog position, we are only going to try one knee out. Do it with me. 1. So for glute activation, we used to do 2 exercises, glute bridges and clamshells. So if you want to do both those things together, this is a fantastic exercise. We are going to do 10 repetitions on each side. 1, 2. Important thing is keeping your dog position very, very stable. So don't do this. This is not the right way of doing exercise. First, fix your dog position. Only lifting from your glutes. Last 5. Wonderful. Other side. Okay, wonderful. So this exercise looks funny and has a funny name. So if you know why this is called dirty dog, the answer is very obvious. Put it in comments. Let's see if you can tell me the answer. Next, go to bird dog. Again, come back to dog position. Chin tucked in, shoulder blades in back pocket, abs tight. Opposite hand and leg. Let's lift it together. Continue. So a lot of times, right, like 99% of the times, one side is much more comfortable and other side it is very difficult to handle. So observe which side is more difficult for you, because you have to work more on that side. Last 3 on each. Wonderful. Which side is weaker? So how do I create that balance? How do I create the balance of strength? It's very easy. If you find your right side is stronger, you will do just half the repetitions on this side. Only 5 on this and 10 on this. Keep the number of repetitions twice on your weaker side, and then increase the repetition only when both sides can do same amount of repetitions with same form. Okay. Next exercise. Also, So yesterday I showed you shoulder tap. Few of you will have problem being on your toes. So then how can you do an exercise which is going to have similar impact and results but will not put any load on your toes? So this exercise is called threading a needle. I will show you first and then we will do 10 repetitions on each side together. Get into dog position. Move your hands forward. Open your hips. This is a starting position for knee push-up. Stay in this position. Make sure your chin is tucked in, shoulder blades are back in pockets, and keep your abs and glutes both constantly squeezed in. From this position, I'm going to lift one hand. I'm going to move all the way out. So this is our thread and this is our needle. I'm going to try passing this through the needle. Continue. For those people who are finding this difficult, you can go back to dog position and continue the same exercise. Don't lose your spine alignment. Last 4. Wow. Other side. Reset. Get into dog position first. Fix your spine. Walk your hands forward. Push your body weight forward. Other side. Last 5. Beautiful. Next exercise. This exercise is called Cossacks, but today we are not going to go into full depth. So starting position, take more distance. So we take hip width distance. So take double the distance of that. My toes are pointing straight forward. I'm going to move my toes just 10 degrees out for balance. From this position, I'm basically squatting on one side. Okay. So what that means is I'm going to start this movement from my hips. So I'm not going to do this. I'm not starting my movement with my knees. I'm going to sit back like in a squat. My knee will automatically follow because it is attached. We are only going to go to half the depth because at least 95% of the people have lot of problem doing this exercise because hip adductors or inner thighs are pretty weak. Okay, so let's stick to half the range but focus on your form. So I want your knee constantly in line with second toe and I want you to start your movement with hips. I will show you from this angle. When I say start with hips, I am sitting back. I am not coming forward like this. Okay? Let's do 5 more on each side. 5 more Cossacks. Focus on your form. You can also keep your hands closed. Whichever gives you better balance, that's fine. Breathe in as you go down, breathe out as you push and come up. Last one. Beautiful. For next exercise, you are going to require a chair. Next exercise is single leg squat. Some people also call it pistol squat. We are again going to only go to chair depth. Get into your squat stance. I've already explained squat, so if you are new, please go back to old videos. and check out how to perform a squat. Exact same form, just we are going to do it on single leg now. I'm going to show you on left side. So I'm going to lift this leg up. My left leg is completely planted on the ground. Okay? My hands I can keep on my waist and try to sit in a chair. Slowly and steady. And come up, that too on single leg. Okay? When you try that, your knee will start jumping. The goal is to keep your knee in line with second toe and avoid this movement in the knee. If the knee is dancing too much, what you are going to do is, we are going to only practice going down maybe couple of inches and coming up like this. So just this much also if you can do, that is also good enough. Then as you develop more strength and more control, you can increase the depth. Let's do, find your comfortable depth. Let's do 10 on each side. You should be able to do at least 6. Let's see. That's 5. If you are doing this for the first time, you can stop right here. Last 3. Beautiful. Other side. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 4. Beautiful. Last exercise for today, static lunges. I will explain you the form first. We are going to do 6 repetitions on each side. So get into your squat stance. From that position, keep your one leg forward. So I am going straight in the same line. I am not keeping both my feet in same line because then it will be very difficult to balance. Front leg will take all the load. This is our working leg. So this leg should push us up. Rear leg is only there for support. And see, I am not on my toes. Don't be on your toes. Be on the ball of your foot. In lunges, you are not supposed to come on your toes. Ball of your foot is same. Just below your toes, there is a cushiony part that is called ball of your foot. Let's do 6. Most important thing is this. Here is keeping your core in control and making sure your second toe and knee are in single line. Observe the breathing. When you're going down, you're going to breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth and come up. Push through your front legs. Let's do 4 more. If you are new, you can stop right here. Beautiful. Other side. From your squat stance, take one leg forward. Front leg planted on the ground. Rear leg, only ball of your foot is on the ground. Core engaged, shoulder blades in back pocket, chin tucked in. Without losing your core control, lunge down, push with front leg and come up. Let's go. Wonderful. Let's cool down. Starting with cat camel. Remember to breathe in and out. That will also help you take your heart rate down. Cat, breathe in and cat. Camel. 4 more. Wonderful. Feet position. Hold for 10 seconds. Nice. Now we do forward lunge stretch, pigeon stretch to stretch all the tight muscles in the leg. For some people, these stretches will be too difficult. So these people can do wall supported stretches. First, for your hip flexor, just stand next to wall. Bend your knee. Try to hold. So now I'm going to try pulling my leg up. At the same time, I will keep pushing forward with my hips. So my hips are engaged. Hold there for 10 seconds. You should feel the stretch on the front of your thigh. Beautiful. Other side. Excellent. Now I'm going to take one leg up and fold it. The way we do in pigeon stretch. If you can just hold it here, that is also fine. If possible, you can take it up and hold for 10 seconds. Even if your leg comes only this much, that is fine to begin with. Hold there for 10 seconds. Then every day try to stretch it a little bit more. My core is still engaged. You should feel the stretch at the back of your hip, also side, other side. The last stretch you can do is for your hips. Mostly hips are not tight, but few people will have tightness in the hip. If you feel the tightness, do this stretch every day. Hips are usually weak, not tight. Last, but the most important for everyone who spends a lot of time looking in their mobiles and laptops. Look in pocket. Feel the stretch on the other side. Shoulder blades in back pocket. You can keep your hand back so that your shoulder cannot come up. Okay. Beautiful. Child pose. Touch your forehead on the ground. Say thank you to Mother Earth for everything that we have. Breathe normally. Relax your body. Relax your breath.